Hey, welcome back. This is Tony doing the Grandpa Tony thing here at my server, the Woodshed. For more information about the Woodshed and about the treasure hunt game that I got going on, you want to go to losttreasurehuntgame.com, and that's my server, the Woodshed, and you can play on the game. All the builds and stuff and all the adventures you see here on my little YouTube thing here. You can get in there and play it. You can play in those. You can, build your own stuff. You can play in the stuff I built. Just see what other people are building. The Twitter account listed there doesn't exist anymore. I got rid of Twitter. Got tired of all the controversy, and I wasn't using it that much anyway. So that's not a. I should update that, of course, and I'll do that at some point. Hey, what I want to show you though is if you go to if you join my Discord. I think that's the only place I have it listed is the Discord. No, you'll find it actually in down below. There's a link to maps, to this map program. Let's see what's the best way to show you here. I'm going to go to the map program first and move it around a little bit so you can see. There I am there, listed Grandpa Tony, because I'm in the game right now, or was a second ago. But the map, it's a map of my world. It's not complete, but it's huge. You won't find the edge anytime soon. But it's a huge. It took 7 weeks to build this map, and using Dyn maps. And I don't think it was really designed to do your whole world, because it doesn't do the entire world. But when you go into the blank spaces in the world, you see, let me come back to me. Is that me there? Yeah. You see where you've been. It starts to build in the places that it didn't finish. I'm not sure what the reason is why it doesn't finish, but again, it took 7 weeks to get as far as it got. So now I'm in the world. Let's see, am I moving here? There it is. Yeah, so as I play the game, you could have the map up on your phone, or on a tablet or your other computer. If you're like me, you get a little gamer here, you've got a couple of laptops sitting around. And then, so on the map, you can see where you are, which is not a huge deal, but it allows you to kind of look ahead to see where you're going, to see if the direction you're going is there something there that you really want to see. Really cool. I like that. But so right now I'm near the spawn point of the game, and before I forget, I'd sure like you to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and join my Discord, please, and play the game. That's one of the important things. One more commercial break here before I get going. I've talked previously about my mom's books. If you are looking for something to read, she's got 7 books there. Anyway, I've talked about those before, so you can just look back in the videos to get more information about her books. Okay, I showed you that. Oh, got a little merch there, of course. You want some of that. And something that doesn't relate to this at all, but for years, I've loved audio, recording audio. I've got some audio too. Links to that is audio clips. These are sound bites, sound effects that you can add to your own stuff. And so there's information about that down below as well. So listen, I want to show you, this is where I've been for the past couple of weeks. Because I haven't been on for at least a week. Got this is a build I call 5 condos. It's a stretch of river. This idea really has been on my mind for a really long time, about creating some little condos, little buildings near a river, making them all a little bit different. In this scene here, this is the build out behind the condos right now, creating a little garden or farm. All the builds that I make, or at least 99% of them, they are for villagers, and so they're all sized so villagers can go inside and whatever, and there's beds for them to sleep in at night, and jobs for them to do either inside the build or outside the build. And same for the castles. I did a series of castles in the previous episodes too, please go back and take a look at those. I had a lot of fun with that. You'll see that my builds are pretty simple. Not a lot of high detail, but that's partly because they're small. They're small enough to be, usable by villagers, which is kind of fun for me. It's fun for me to build something and then bring in the villagers and see the game's AI play in something I just built. I mean, that's a large part of the fun for me, is creating something usable. As I've mentioned before, this kind of stuff reminds me of the Lego days when I was a kid. Hang on a second. Building stuff in Legos and then just imagining what it would be like to be so small that I could play in the little thing that I built. And so this is a lot like that. So and I know I sound a little crazy now being this old guy playing with Minecraft, but it's fun. But it is fun. My wife's got a bunch of grandkids, and about half of them showed us how to play Minecraft because they were kind of interested in what they were talking about. They were talking about Minecraft all the time. And I said, so what is this about? What does it do? And they gave us kind of a brief description, and I thought, okay, let's give it a try. So my wife and I got accounts, and we played with the grandkids online because they're a little ways away from us. And it was really cool. It gave us a chance to be closer to them when we're not actually physically with them. And so they taught us how to play, and it was amazing to me. Looking at Minecraft, I thought, what a simple little thing this is. Okay, but it is so very sophisticated. And so I got my own server and started building stuff on my own, and then of course started this stream here on YouTube. So there's lots of videos to look at if you want to go back in time and see what I've been up to before I got into. I guess it must be about 6 or 7 castles a few weeks ago, and so I just went overboard on the castle thing. It was just a lot of fun. And then, but before that, it's more stuff like this. It's just builds that have beds and jobs and farms for the villagers to interact with. There was one too that's way back. Where I was bridging a couple of different villages together with mine carts. It was quite the adventure to kidnap villagers from one village to bring them to another. So that's kind of a fun one there. I'm going to jump ahead here too. This one is a mountain hideout. It's another idea that I had. In fact, some of the treasure that I mentioned earlier that I hid around my world here, and the coordinates to that stuff, it's on the LostTreasureHuntGame.com. Some of those were these mountain hideouts where I would create a little mountain hideout, and behind it would be like a door into the mountain with lots of treasure to find, gold and diamonds and all the typical Minecraft treasure. And so I liked that idea, and so here I did this and created a village here after building all the little hideouts in there. I put their jobs down there in the corner or in the bottom of the mountain, and then put a little farm. Get some animals over here, and then the farm is just out kind of in front of it. You can see it there at the bottom of the page. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Went to a snowy area to build that. So anyway, then the most recent thing that I've been working. Most recent thing that I finished is this cliff meeting house for villagers. And so you'll see it here in a second. Kind of overhangs off of the top of a mountain or hillside. And I don't know if this idea was in my head before or not, but I was cruising around the world looking for another place to build, and I thought, oh yeah, I did kind of want to do something like this. So I think this is close to some idea that I had before, but I just don't remember. Grandpa Tony's got a good memory, but it's short. How many times have you heard that one? Okay, I won't use it again. But so there's that. The most recent thing that I'm working on, I will jump over to that when I go live, when I go to the what's going on right now page, so I just want to give you a taste of what this looks like. So, looks like a big build on stilts so far. And this one I'm using sand to kind of work out where the rooms are going to be. And then I will convert that sand to the actual materials. And then I'll go in and put the beds in there. So I won't drag it through the entire video here. But you can actually see this on TikTok. I've got a lot of the builds I do now. I do a TikTok. It's pretty fairly short. They're usually they're usually like 5 to 10 minutes long. So boom, there it goes. Using World Edit speeds up the building process, where I can just map out where I want the rooms to be. Then I can just stack it all up high and change the materials. And I'll get in there in a second there, knock out the windows and where the doors are going to go, and put a little farm out in front there. So so that is that. The most recent one, I don't think I didn't make a complete video of that yet. I started it during the very beginning of the building process, and I left off part of it because it was some calculations I had to figure out on my own about how to make a cylinder, things like that. I've got all these notes. This thing does a lot, and I've done a lot with it, but I just don't remember all the details. And so I make notes to myself, and sometimes I actually have to go back to the videos where I learned it in the first place, the different tutorials, and relearn it. I don't know how many times you can relearn something, but that's the thing about this game, is that, just like any video game, I'm sure, it's very sophisticated, does a lot of stuff, and it's just hard to remember all of it. And so I refer to my notes all the time, which is, I'm sure it's not unusual for people out there, except for the experts. Yeah, I know. There's so many good builders to watch, and the different tutorials and different Twitch streams where the guys guys and gals both. I'm using that just kind of general. They don't have to look in the inventory thing to find out which block to use or how to make an axe. They just know it. They just whip it out. They just put the right materials in the thing, and out pops an axe or a sword or whatever. But me, I have to go and look it up every time. I'm not going to remember all that. I'm just not built to memorize all that stuff, because it's really not important. It's just fun. So there's a little garden that I put on the front end of this this meeting house, is what it is. And so there's beds and rooms in there, and there are tools or jobs right there in the front, and at the very front is the garden. So there's kind of self-sustaining, but they don't just live there. There's a couple of doors. You have to have, what I've discovered, you have to have a couple of doors, because you need an escape door. Once the bad guys get in there, they'll just kill all your villagers if there's no way for them to escape out. They still get killed anyway. They get chased down the mountainside. And so it's kind of funny, I use the replay app to do all this recording, to then speed it up to show these videos here. And when I go back to edit, sometimes I just watch and see things I didn't see while I was building or playing the game, because replay captures all of it, and you can just move the camera to different angles that you want to focus on as important to your story. And sometimes I see just the weirdest stuff going on by the little AI creatures here. It's kind of funny, and I don't include it because it doesn't add to the story. It just makes me chuckle. Anyway, so that's that one. Okay, so let's jump into what they call here on OBS the live scene, and back to the game. So where am I? Okay, this is the spawn point. When you spawn into the game, you'll come down somewhere over here. Get a little welcome message. And there's some information in that little book there. Okay, so, and why did I do that? Oh, I'm here because I wanted to show you, and I've already done that, I guess. I showed you on the map. Yeah, I showed you on the map where, you know, what that looks like, right? Yeah, I'm right there. And that's kind of cool. I'll tell you, the map is really a cool thing. Zoom in. There I am there. And the cool thing about it, on my phone, I use it a lot on my phone. Obviously, right now it's on my computer. But when you touch the screen, it gives you the coordinates of where you are. In fact, right now, where I see my mouse moving around in the upper left-hand corner, did I leave that in the picture? Yeah, you can see that. Well, I hope you can anyway. Huh, I don't see it there, but maybe you do. Upper left-hand corner, it shows you where you are, what the coordinates are. And in fact, I was going to do that. I don't know if I spend time right now, but I noticed off over here somewhere, I think, someone had built something new that I hadn't seen yet. This is a little village. I think this is the Japanese village. What do we call it? A Japanese township is what this is called. Last year I had about 4 builders, Minecraft builders, build me stuff. And this is one of them. So there's like 3 of these scattered throughout the world. And you can see it's not very far from the spawn point where you come into the game. You just go, it looks like you go a little north and a little west, a little northwest, and you find it. And in fact, there's other builds right very close to it here. Like this is the Mountain View Castle build right there. And then right over here is the Italian Piazza. These are really cool builds. So I invite you to come out and play the game. These are long bridges here. This bridge has got treasure in it. That's why I say sometimes the treasure is in plain sight. Okay, so there's me again. Oh, this bridge has got treasure in it too. I didn't realize I had 2 that were so similar, so close together. Where to go? Yeah, there it is, the other one right there. Cool. Look at that treasure in there. Come and get it. Come and get it. It's a fun server. Okay, so back to back to the game. I was going to show you some other stuff here, so let's go back to it. Hey, just a reminder, subscribe. Okay, if you've lasted this long, how long have we been recording here? 18 minutes, 18 and a half minutes. If you're still here, subscribe. Okay. All right, live scene. Back to the game. Where are you? Where's my game? Right there. Okay, so this is the spawn point. I was going to take you to, the most recent thing. It's a bridge. This is pretty cool. So there's a story behind this in my mind. So let's see, I got to go here, up, and let's see, minus 31. Yeah. My wife and I were in Italy about 4 years ago now, I guess. God, time flies. 4 years? Wow, yeah. 4 years next month. And crossing, there's a bridge, there's several bridges along the, I can't think of the name of the river. And one of them has just all these shops along the side. And it just really just takes you from one side of town to the other side of town. But there's lots of shops. And that's what I'm going to build here. I'm going to put living quarters on one side of the bridge for the villagers. And I don't know what I'll put along the other side, or maybe I'll just, do some on this side, some on that side, kind of balance it out. But that's what I've wanted to do. So the hard part for me was, and I'm not a great builder, as I keep telling you, but I don't have to tell you because it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. Uh, was creating this arch. So if you look at it closely and back up, all it is an oval. So I created an oval, and then I shaved off a hollow oval, and then I shaved off two sides of that oval. This, and then I copied it to make the second arch. So forget that arch. Just imagine that this is a hollow oval, and so along one side it just would have been just a round shape, would have been a big oval, right? And then I just shaved off the left side and the right side to make this arch, and then I just duplicated that to give myself two arches, and then I just kind of planted it, them both down here somewhere. I measured out the river that I was going to put it on, so I'd be pretty close. And so then I put this flat walkway across. And so what I'll do later, I'm thinking about how this looks. I couldn't remember. Yeah, I was going to put chains down, like support chains, like the San Francisco Bay Bridge. But I was hoping that they were further out so they wouldn't interfere with the builds that I put on the bridge for the villagers to live in. Oh well, I thought it was further out, but that's okay. I don't have to put chains all the way across. I mean, all the way. I could put in like, 1, 2, 3, 4, just in the lower parts, because I wasn't going to obviously build very high here anyway. I can only go so high. So I'll space the little builds out. They're just going to be small houses, big enough for a bed, and a little walking room, or a bed or 2 or 3. And then I'll put maybe some jobs on here as well. And then I'll put the farmland off to the side, so they have to come off the bridge to do something. And I'll put some jobs out there as well. And so I do have video of when I started this build, but I didn't start the video until after I created the archways, it's too bad, but I knew that there was a high possibility that I was going to goof it up and have to do it several times, but it wasn't. I did it one time. That surprised me. So again, I just made an oval for one of these, chopped off the left side, chopped off the right side, and it was hollow to begin with, and then make it a duplicate, and then built a bunch of steps, up to the flat walking space to go across. And so what's next, like I said before, is I'm going to put some farmland out here, some farmland on the other side. I'll put houses across on the one side of the bridge, so it's still a usable bridge, of course, to walk across. I'll put houses on one side, or living quarters, I guess, not a complete house. They might be more like a hut, so people can live in. And then I'll put a couple of jobs, so those will look like the businesses like we saw in Italy on that bridge. Yeah, pretty cool. That was in Florence. Florence. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Florence. If you do a Google map for Florence, and then look at all the bridges. One of the bridges is really busy with just buildings on it, and that's where we were. That's what gave me the idea to do this. All right, so that is that. Where else was I going to show you? the beach condos. Let's go there real quick. That's minus. Okay, so just if you want to see this, if you come down, this bridge is at minus 3143, and the elevation is 73, and then the Z is 5075. All right, so let's quick like a bunny, go to the other one, which is this. I'm going to take you over to the beach condos, and you can see that at the bottom of your screen right now. Yep, that's the beach condos right there, both minuses. Okay, boom, let's go. There we go. I guess it's a little dark. Maybe I should have some more light here. Let's see. Can I get just noon? Nope, it doesn't like that. Let's go. Time, no. Set time. No, is it time set? Time set. There we go. Midday. No, there isn't a midday. It's noon. Huh. Sometimes you can just type out part of what you want and you get it. Other times you have to do the whole thing. So here is. Now this is really, these are still really plain. I was going to come back and doctor these up to make them look a little more interesting. I was just basically wanting to get something down. It's like a sketchbook. That's kind of the cool thing about, Minecraft, is that it's so quick and dirty, it's quick and easy to do stuff. So like behind is the farm area. Little guys working in there. And then, of course, the waterfront on the river here. You've got the. Actually, I put farm on this side too. It looks like, yeah. Did I put that on both sides or just one side? Looks like just one side. I didn't want to put too much on the front. I wanted it to be, look a little nice, little cosmopolitan. So what I'll do here, this one's wood. So I'll put some shutters on there probably, or maybe on the bottom, maybe on the middle. I'll put shutters on the middle ones, maybe, I don't know. In fact, I was going to change the wood as well too. I think I was going to make it so that the logs are along the corners, and then strip the wood off the ones in the middle. Give it a couple of different dimensions with that. This one I wasn't sure what I was going to do with. Oh yeah, this is the dark. I was going to find some light stone, some very white stone or off-white stone, and create like shapes and geometric shapes, possibly in the side of that one. Let's see, the white one, or maybe I was going to do that with the white one. Yeah, I think I was going to go black and white with that. This blue one, I think I was going to get some the turquoise or whatever you call it. What's the stuff that they make out of sand? Different color, crazy colors. I'll probably do that with this one. This looks like a building that would be on the beach somewhere. So I'll do that, make this one kind of a crazy look maybe. This one, I don't know what I'll do with it. Maybe I'll do some more sand type stones, but not crazy. Who knows? So that's the plan with that. I like this idea here. And the villagers are still here, so sometimes by the time you build something, the bad guys come out and kill them all. In fact, where was I? Was it here? Where else do you have? You got the beach condos, the mountain. Oh yeah, at the bridge. I mean, at the the mountain. Yeah, the mountain one. I think by the time I finished that, pillagers came out. They were chasing the guys all over the place. All right, quick, let's go over to the other one, then I'll let you go. the mountain village. Okay, that is this one. Minus 861, 71, 35, 76. So this one has got the farm out in front, kind of a small farm. Very small. Hey guys, how you liking it so far, huh? And then the jobs were in here. And this is where the bell is. Gotta have a bell for your village. But see the little hideouts, they're in the mountainside. I like that idea. Now these don't have any treasure behind it, but if you go to LostTreasureHuntGame.com, there's some free coordinates that you can get to find your treasure. And there's kind of a place like this where there are these hideouts, and I think I might actually have a back door on those where you go through and there's the treasure, or you might have to just chop through the back door to find the treasure. I can't remember, it's been so long. I created that last year. I spent the whole year creating places to hunt for treasure on the game here, as well as hiring some guys to do some special builds. I mentioned that before. There's a Japanese township, Italian piazza, medieval village, mountain view castle, and a jungle temple. There's only one jungle temple, and there are 4 Italian piazzas spread out throughout the world, and there's 3 of the other 3. 3 of the Japanese townships, 3 of the medieval village, and 3 of the mountain view castles. Lots of places to play. Lots of places to play, so come along for the fun. All right, I think, did I have one more thing I was going to show you? I don't think so. My little notes here. I also mentioned, if you guys are into portals, there's a portal near the spawn where I was earlier, and if you're into that kind of thing and you want that, a couple of the players that have been on the game created those, and I copied one of them and put it a little bit closer to the spawn area, although they're all relatively close to the spawn area. All right, so I think that's all I have to show you today. I'm not going to do any building. I've got some other things to do right now that I can't play, sorry. But I did want to spend some time since I haven't been on for a while, I wanted to show you what I've been up to. Because at some point in the past, I did have time to play. So there's the farm animals. Oh, I got 2 guys working on the farms inside that house there. Yeah, some jobs. Get busy, guys. I won't disturb you. Get back to it. So, that's all I have for you. Thanks for visiting. Oh, don't forget the merch. Got to get your merch. Got to have your t-shirt. Boy, it just messes up my background. Oh well, there it is. Get your merch. Help Grandpa Tony out. Don't make me go look for work now. All right, I'm just kidding. I am working. That's why I can't play so much. I work so much. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to, you want to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and join the Discord. And go to the LostTreasureHuntGame.com and come on the server and play. Leave me a message in my Discord. Tell me what's going on, what you like doing, where do you like to play, what other videos you're watching, and I'll look over there and see what they're doing. Might give you some ideas of what to do. Like that. Okay. Thanks for watching, and tune in. We'll look for my little videos on on TikTok as well. All right, thanks. And Instagram too. All right, have a great day.